Hey everybody, today's video, or this video, recently a neighbor kid who helps out in my yard and does some mechanical stuff, whether I'm working on the car, working on a boat motor, whatever, he helps me out and he's pretty mechanical. And he had recently traded a four-wheeler for this KTM EXC 300. He rode it a little bit and the guy weighs 150 pounds soaking wet. This was a lot of bike for him. But he rode it a little bit and all of a sudden it stopped running. It just like seized up. So initially we thought that something in the top end or maybe in the crankcase was wrong with it. And I agreed to help him figure out what was going on with it and repair it so that I could make this video. What I found, and we'll go through this in the video, what I found was pretty interesting. But also, I found that I could find a manual, an actual service manual online for free, very easily, printed out the relevant pages, and that helped tremendously, following the exact order and which way to place things, and torque specs and all that. I don't go into torque specs in here because they're all in that manual. Spend a little bit of time, you'll find that manual, that service guide. Makes all the difference in the world. The other thing was all the parts were pretty easy to find. The only thing we had a problem with was the clutch basket that we had some chipped, cracked pieces. Seems to be pretty common thread with this bike. It is aluminum and it's under some pressure. So the one that we got off of eBay was used and it had similar problems, but it was actually better than the one that was on the bike, so we used it. If you find this video helpful at all, please do me a favor and subscribe. Also, hit the like button, check back. I get into all kinds of crazy stuff. I do motorcycle repairs, Sea-Doo rebuilds, car engines. I cook. We do stuff out in the yard. We do all kinds of crazy stuff. I got a pretty cute wife too, so you'll enjoy meeting her. But if you get anything out of this video, do me a favor and subscribe. Thanks a lot, and here we go. So we can't try and kick it over. It won't turn over. We've got the top of the head pulled off of it, and we can't budge it. But the piston does move slightly inside the cylinder. I'm not sure whether that means something down here is locked up or something up in here is locked up. I think our next step is to remove all this and get this jug out and try and see what it looks like up under there. Maybe we don't have to remove everything altogether. We'll just find out when we get it loose. That could have been a lot of the problem right there. Yeah, my gut tells me we're going to have to put a new piston in this thing. Alright, this one is cracked loose. Had to get this 13 millimeter and tap it on. Spray some more PB blaster down in here. Tap it from a couple of sides. This is a dead blow, you can hear that. That's not looking good. Yeah, that's...
What else were you trying to say on that? The guy was supposed to come look at it, he never came and looked at.
You?
Huh?
You?
No, not me. Crazy ass.
I was trying to get 20 bucks for you and the guy said it was too high.
Well, he said 10 mil. He said he'd pay you 10 mil.
No, nobody ever offered me 10 anything. He didn't even offer me 10 bucks.
He told me 10 mil.
Yeah, he was trying to make you feel good.
No, I'll just take the damn money.
Go for it. Get 10 mil out of anybody. I'm good with it.
Do you want to pull the top end up?
Yeah, I want to just kind of keep them
Okay.
down together so it keeps it from warping as we release this one.
That socket got hot.
Yeah, it did too when I was working on it. But I'll take this. We probably can order.
All you gonna do is tighten it down a little bit.
No, just go ahead and crack that nut loose.
That's gonna be hard. I can probably. I don't know. I don't want to bend that rod in.
No, that dude just pulled it out of the way and was able to get in there. You're not able to get in there with it?
I can. It's not one of them that slip, but
We might have to hit it.
that goes.
Cool. Let's see if
There's gotta be some kind of groove. Batteries for sure.
crank won't move. I don't know what in the world is holding this. If it can slide up and down in the cylinder, why can't it come all the way off? I mean, I can't rotate it. I can't twist the cylinder against. So we've removed the top end. We removed this, the spring here, drained the oil, removed the carburetor. With this, we just loosened it up and then tapped it out with a long bar so we didn't booger up any threads. There is a bolt that goes through here from the other side and we removed that, and everything is loose. You can't really tell, but the only thing left is removing the ignition, which once you disconnect everything comes up, and you've got this plug here that only goes back one way, and then these, you got a red, and these are color coded too. Red would go to red, green would go to green. It's a little dirtier on top, but you get the idea. And then this one would come over here to this yellow, and that should get us completely disconnected, and then we'll be able to just pull the motor out. It's really been a pretty simple process. We removed the top of the carburetor, the throttle. This is the clutch. They say in the manual, do not move the clutch lever once this is out. It goes into here with these 3 screws, and then this screw goes on the cover, the sprocket cover. This was where the other bolt was that holds it in, and then there's one more bolt, that other bolt that I was saying, that's right here. And these are anywhere from 10 to 14 to 19 millimeter, and pretty simple. Next step is to let the young guy with the strong back pull this thing out. All right, just gotta get it out of this spot up here. There we go. Now, all we gotta do is get this, the ignition is all pulled loose, so we're good there. All right, go ahead and just pull it out.
Is it too heavy?
All right, that's good.
He's a big boy, he can handle it. All right, you're all clear over here. So I go like right here, and then here, and one of these. All that ain't gonna come apart without taking this apart. So let's go ahead and take the clutch apart. Moving, it ain't coming loose. So we need to put something in there to stop it.
Oh, there's free.
Huh. How about that?
No, the thing will probably run now.
I wonder how long it would last, though, is the
Not
question.
Really?
Yeah.
Ready?
Let's give it a try. And then there's a bearing, there's a bushing underneath it.
How do we get that out?
All this has to come out according to the picture. What ended up being the problem with this whole build is that bolt had come loose and had wedged itself in. Once we removed it and replaced it with a good bolt, we started putting it back together. Okay, so the next step is mount the locking roller device, plastic part, to the shift roller, which is this here. So these tabs go into that groove there. Bring a fresh paper towel or two so we can wipe this crud down while we're doing it. Yeah, this is 242. They say 243, but I'm sure they don't want the red stuff.
Didn't do its job.
Okay, Allen head screw with Loctite and mount. So it's only got to be down here.
So when we took it apart, did it have any like Loctite on it?
I didn't see any.
And then they didn't do it.
Police isn't satisfied. So what we got to do is got to put this through the case until check the legs of the return springs surround both and left and right side of the housing nose. So it needs to fit right on. So this right here goes on to that right there.
So them two legs gotta be separated.
These legs separate and go straight down onto there.
Yeah. Do you think we need to put anything?
Yeah, we need to grease it, and then
Yeah.
this will pull back.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll put a little bit of grease.
It's almost all gone.
It's all right, we don't need much.
I packed that full of this stuff.
Since it says to grease the shift shaft and push into bearings, which are down in here, together with stop disc until slide plate contacts driver for shaft roller. It's not wanting to come through on this side.
There it went.
Okay, good. And now
Those two legs. Get
the
down.
two legs are on.
Yep. There we go.
All right, so mounting the Kickstarter, place the spring washer on the stop face and place pre-assembled Kickstarter shaft in bearing bore in such a way that the locking pawl is outside the release plate. I say what we do,
Just take that.
let's
one.
loosen this.
Yeah. You take it off?
Just loosen it so that we can have a little room to move it.
Just try to pop it in there.
Yeah, let's loosen it a little bit more. Okay. Right. Not too far. There we go. So we can do this. Now we can bring this around.
Just gotta be careful to come back and grab your fingers. Like that.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Yeah, that'll tear your finger up. But we can do it like this right here.
Just gonna bring that around. You might want to hold it with a maybe.
Now we can tighten that back up.
We gotta pull it in with a screwdriver or something.
Hmm?
We gotta pull it back to its, what do you call it? Level or whatever.
Flush. So now we need to take this, and it's got a high spot and a flat spot.
The high spot has to go down.
So the high spot, it says intermediate gear with the high collar showing towards the engine casing onto the bearing.
Which would definitely be down. It has to be.
Yeah, it should be down. And you can see now that fits pretty jam up.
And you said
Slip on stop disc and mount circlip to the with the sharp edge showing upward. You have a sharp edge?
Yeah, right there. It said upward.
Open that up just a touch.
It went down on that side.
All right,
Should be in.
that's it. So that is done. Next
Now,
page.
All we gotta do is put the whole motor together.
Just put the rest of it together. We got to snap our fingers and say abracadabra though. Don't forget that part. Mount primary drive and clutch. Grease crankshaft seal ring. It doesn't really point where that is.
I don't think
this-
there's a seal. Wait, that, yeah,
This
that's
is the crankshaft seal ring.
Well, what's this right here then? Wrong. What do you think that's
That's the transmission. Yeah. Now all this is the transmission because you can see this is the crankshaft because it's right under the piston.
Yeah. So grease the seal.
And mount the distance bushing
Okay.
with the chamfer facing the crank web. So if you look at this, it's very mild, but it's straight all the way down here on the very top. It's got a little bevel on it. That's a chamfer.
Yeah, let's see. I can see metal.
Right here. Yeah, that's it right there. I'm
Yeah.
touching it. I can
Yeah.
feel it's rubber.
I see it.
It's on there. So that's on there. Now, the oiled O-ring, and mount the distance bushing with the chamfer facing the crank web. So what is the crank web?
No clue.
Insert Woodruff key. We're going to put the chamfered edge down
Yeah.
because that would just seem to be the
Make us move in there a little bit.
it's about right there.
Okay, it gives kind of like a slip for that gear to spin.
Yeah, there's a slit in there, and then that Woodruff key comes in and fits like that, so you got plenty of surface area, and then that was what affixes to the gear that's about to go on here. So we're just going to take this and tap it on just gently.
Do a little bit of
You don't want to use anything but wood or maybe brass. You want to use soft material.
Yeah.
All right, that's on there.
This motor's pretty much coming together quick.
It is. So this is going to come onto here. Mount the outer clutch hub and stop disc.
Definitely use this. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. I mean, nothing looks wrong with mine, but I mean, I get what you're saying from familiar with parts.
Yeah, as things or anything.
Dirt, whatever.
Yep. And the other one,
You tell me if you rather use that.
so I think this one
It goes down to set.
goes down into this right here.
Yeah.
So you can see there's a spot. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a cutout right here that this flange drops into, and that holds. That's what's gonna keep this from moving.
Actually, no, I think this is actually what fits that. Yeah, I fixed it out.
I'm gonna wipe off the stuff that got down on here. So that the Loctite's on the threads.
And not whatever's in there.
Yep. And now we're going to take this. You ever trying to get a nut started or something like that?
No,
Back it up. Go backward a turn. It sure doesn't feel right.
is it mine?
I believe it was, yeah.
We sprayed W for it.
I mean, I got Loctite on it. I don't want to spray anything on there, but it almost feels like the wrong thread pattern. Oh, there we go. I turned it around, and now it's a lot better. All right.
Got my broken.
Oh yeah, I got a better one. One that's not broken at home. Golden. Apply 243 Loctite to the thread of the crankshaft, which is here. Fit locking washer and hexagon nut left thread. Now you can tell this is the left-handed thread because of the notches in it. This one is not lefty loosey righty tighty. This is opposite. This is righty loosey lefty tighty because of the direction that the motor spins. It makes it lock down, stay locked down on top of there instead of loosening up. Lock washer and then the nut. And then we got to block this. Remember when we used the popsicle sticks? Yeah. We'll do that, and then we'll. I know, I'm trying to get it to drop down in position. That's much better.
That's left-hand thread though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm loosening it essentially right here, and it's tightening. So what we're gonna do is.
You gotta come off this.
Yeah, it's kind of boogered up a little bit. So we're going to take these popsicle sticks again. Go in right here with them.
So loose and tighten.
Loose and it's tighten, yeah.
Stuck on.
Let's get rid of it.
Ready?
Yep.
What is that there?
This is what allows the clutch to expand. Oil lining disc before mounting. Beginning with one lining disc, mount alternately 9 lining discs, about 2.7 millimeters, and 8 intermediate discs, 1.2 millimeters, with a lining disc forming the final layer upwards.
So
We start with these. Go ahead and set one of those in like that, and then an intermediate disc. Make sure as you do it, run your fingers around, make sure they're clean.
they can't have that oil on.
No, I don't mind the oil. I just don't want to
Dirt.
feel the dirt or debris on there. We'll just drop on and get it right.
But they're the same on both sides, right?
I believe they are, yeah. It doesn't say making sure to hold one in a particular direction. Let's go ahead and, yeah.
I can do it. In fact, just barely even get to it, just threads barely.
I would rather use something like a ratchet,
Ratchet.
something that you can push down on and just,
That's definitely right.
yeah, you don't want to, if it's cross-threaded, that impact is going to keep going.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to feel it.
Yeah,
Okay, got it. Right.
it shouldn't take much to get it started. See how it breaks right
Yep.
there? That's it right there. So get your regular ratchet on here and just get a feel of how snug that is. You know, kind of go back and forth with it and then start crossing all these. Put your hand out here so you,
I think it's tight now. That's loose.
yeah, that's why I just want you to get a feel of how tight that is,
Yeah.
so you can get the other ones that tight.
Before you torque them.
I mean, torquing them is almost impossible because that thing starts at 5.
Yeah.
And it's such a minute thing that I believe you can go down to snug right here. 4.5 pounds is nothing.
What would happen if you didn't torque them right?
Yeah.
Like warp it or something?
No, it would probably slip. If you torque them too loose, it'd probably slip. The thing you don't want to do is over tighten them and risk damaging threads.
Yeah.
It's the spring, yeah.
I don't know, it's not touching anything. Green don't like hurt me. I love two-stroke smell, especially dirt bikes. Lawnmower, not really. Yeah, like a lawnmower, but not really a lawnmower.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Alright, top one's on. When you squeeze that one, you can see if you squeeze from both sides, you'll get it, it'll go right up on that pin and just dead. Just,
Alright.
we go. All right, now the wood.
It's on there.
All right, now remove the wood.
Go up anymore. That's the tallest one now, ain't it?
Huh?
That's the tallest gasket, or is that the middle one?
And
I don't believe there's a certain way it has to go anyway. Trying to that being right there, but not really right there.
huh? Yeah, we probably should. So that's moving the plate. When I do that, when this stop is on that pin, you should have a distance here to here with this all the way down on this bike is 46 millimeters, plus or minus. There is a tolerance there. So this, as this opens and closes, H-force. Now we can come in here, raise this up, bring this in here, and use this to lower it down to 46, right? See, that opens and closes to allow that to work. This is the side that sets how far you can go with that. This is the side where the actual control, you can set where it starts and stops. And everything is actuated off of this through some stuff going on down in here. I don't know that is, how it actually works. Can't really see it, but there's a hole there and there's a hole at the bottom, and that clip is going to go through. Once this gets on, it's going to go through there and it's going to keep that from coming off. So go ahead and attach this first. And now run that up through there. There you go. And then just attach that in spot.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that.
Okay, pop that back off. Put the gasket on first. Pro tip. Yeah, we gotta get this shaft out.
Yeah.
So we can get that back in back there. Pick up on the back end and pull that swing arm out of the way. There we go. Good?
Something.
Now the rear end's got to swing around a little bit.
Come through on you.
Big shaft through the back end.
I thought I could probably do the shaft here.
this in there like that and rotated it. Oh. All right, so now we might be able to start snugging this one up. Yep. Speeding through, don't tighten it, just get it started, and that way we need to get the other, well, just like with anything metal, you want to get it started, get all of them started.
Yeah. We're gonna start now on the bottom.
Yeah, those two bottoms, and they should just go right on through.
Yeah.
I broke a fingernail, you owe me a pedicure, or manicure. No. I mean, we gotta put oil in it, we gotta put the carburetor on it, gotta mount the exhaust.
Gotta hook these wires up too.
Yeah, that just plugs up. Oh, yeah, that just snaps right in right here.
Which way did we
These.
have it? Right, where did it go?
It comes up right here with these. There's only one way to pull them to go. So the next step, I guess, would be, you know, we got the carburetor, we got the exhaust, we got the radiator and the lines, and then it's gas tank and seat, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Hit that like. Please subscribe and keep coming back for more crazy, interesting stuff that we get into.